Good morning, students of class 10. Welcome back to the e-classes now. I hope you are doing your regular studies and staying safe at home. Every day make a habit of going through the online classes and learn something. So now here we must carry on our lessons. We were talking about history, the making of a global world. Here in our previous class we have talked about trade surplus. British had a trade surplus in India. I have already explained trade surplus means the value of exported goods was much higher than the value of imported goods by the Britishers. So now here Britishers used to export from here tea, coffee, cotton, jute, indigo, spices, raw materials and raw cotton, and the value they used to sell it in the European market, and the value of these goods were much higher. What did they imported? They imported manufactured milk clothes and sold in this Indian market here, and it was very cheap. Imported goods, their value was very low, so naturally they were making profit in India. That's called trade surplus. Surplus means extra, gain. So that's we have talked about. Britain had a trade surplus with India. India. Now here, whenever British suffer losses, whenever Britishers had a loss in other colonies, of course India is one of the colonies, or among many colonies India was one of them. Whenever they had a loss in other colonies, Britain balances its deficits. Deficit means losses from trade surplus in India. You see that? In India they never faced losses. Here always they had a profit, surplus, trade surplus always. But in other countries sometimes they used to have losses or deficits, and they used to balance these deficits from the trade surplus in India. So in this way India played a crucial role. Crucial means very important role in the late 19th century world economy. Late 19th century economy, world economy, India played a very important role with the help of this trade surplus. British used to balance their trade deficits because they used to earn a huge profit over here. They even collected huge high taxes from the people. So naturally they had a lot of money. They used to balance their deficit which they faced in other countries from the trade surplus in India. So in this way, late 19th century world economy, India played a crucial role. So now, not only that, you see that Britain trade surplus in India they had a trade surplus, also helped to pay home charges. In the previous class I have told you about home charges, but I didn't explain, but here let me explain home charges. What is the meaning of home charges? British officials were working under the British government. Indian laborers, they were working in the plantations. There were policemen, railway drivers, train drivers, cab drivers, telephone and telegraph workers in that under the British government. So Britain trade surplus in India also helped to pay. Payment was made. Home charges, this payment was called home charges, such as payment to officials, laborers, interest payment on India's external debt. What does this mean, India's external debt? Here, let me explain. British government, India's external debt. During the wartime, Britain took a huge amount of money and war materials from America. Now they have to pay. So how did they pay? How the payment was made? So the British, they increased the taxes. People had no money. People were very poor in India. The Indian people, they took out the gold and silvers which they have kept in their home for many years. It was given to them by their forefathers. So the gold and silver, they had to take it out from their home in order to pay the tax. So the Britain, they paid the external debt to the Americans. From there they brought the loans, as well as they had to pay for the arms which they brought during the war times. So that is India's external debt was paid, payment was made in external debt, not Indian currency. They paid golds, in gold. So, and as well as pension. The people who retired from their job, they used to get pension, and this pension, external debt, interest, payment for laborers, officials, it was all made by this trade surplus and the money collected from the tax. That is called home charges. British never took out the money from their pocket. Everything was generated over here. That is about the British government, about the economy in India and the world. So now we'll talk about 3.1. This is 2.6. Now here it is 3.1. Wartime transformation. During the war, so many things transformed, changed. What things changed? Let's talk about. Number one, there are only I have written 2 points. We'll continue in our next class. Wartime transformation. The First World War was fought between two power blocks. Two power blocks. You should know the names and which countries were involved. The First World War was fought between two power blocks. On the one side, Britain, France, Russia. Later on, USA also joined. That was fought between 1940 and 1980. First World War was started in 1914 and ended in 1918. 4 years there was World War, First World War between, this is the first group. Second group, and this first group was called, they are called Allied forces. These countries, they involved in the war, First World War, they are called Allied forces. Now here on the other side, on the other hand, there was another group. These countries were involved: Germany, Austria, Hungary and Ottoman Turkey. 1, 2, 3, 4 countries. Here in the first block, 1, 2, 3, again 4. Later on America joined, but here in the second other group, Germany, Austria, Hungary and Ottoman Turkey was there. They are also known as Central Power, or Axis power. So they fought for 4 years. Initially means in the beginning. In the beginning they thought that the war will end within 3-4 days. It will come to an end. Within 3-4 days it will come to an end. It will finish. But not 3-4 days. It took 4 years. It continued. The war continued over a long period of time. At least 4 years it took. So to be continued in our next class. We will continue this wartime transformation. This is only about, we have talked about the two groups, two blocks, power blocks, and one is called Allied forces, the other is called the Central Power, or you can say Axis power. Well, you can say either way, Central Power or you can say Axis power. The second group, first group is called Allied forces. So In our next class, we'll continue this. So that's all for today. Stay safe at home and do your work regularly. Make a habit of going through these everyday online classes. Don't miss it because we are having the classes. We'll continue. So that's all. We'll meet in our next class and continue this more. Some more wartime transformation will continue. That's all for today. That's all. Thank you very much.